and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen, and it is day 1 of the 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 13. And I am so excited to be here and thank Christy so much for all the hard work she puts into these. Today's sketch is by Rachel, and I will have her information below in the description box. And it is such a cool sketch with the hexagons and this big middle piece where I would assume the picture should go. I have a stencil that I got from Temu that I'm going to use because it's the only one I have that has hexagons. And then I'm using the Be Happy by Echo Park collection, and it came with this stencil, and I'm going to use that too. So I am actually turning my sketch to the side because that's the way I wanted my pictures to work for me. And this is my picture. It's me and some of my very dearest friends wearing shirts that I bought them. And so I'm going to document that. And I have this little pre-cut stencil that I have on my desk to help me cut my picture properly. And I have some Be Happy papers, as well as the sticker sheet, the ephemera, and the tags. And so I've got my papers, my embellishments, my picture, and this sketch. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, what I'm going to do is trim out or cut out the hexagons that I need. So I need a hexagon to mat my picture with, and then the 2 hexagons that are going to go for me on the left and right, but in the sketch the way that it was meant would be on the top and bottom. But the way that my picture is, we're sitting on a staircase, and so it worked better for the point to be at the top and not the side, as well as the stencil I'm using. I wanted it to go up and down. Since it's got like a bee and a flower on it, would look kind of weird if it did it sideways. So for the other 2 hexagons where she has those stars, I am going to lay my stencil over the hexagons I've cut out that have little bees on them. And I'm using Wild Honey Distress Oxide by Tim Holtz. And I'm going to ink that through the Daisy stencil from the Be Happy collection. And I thought Wild Honey was a pretty darn good choice considering I'm using bees in a beehive collection, and it is the perfect match. It works really well, and it looks so cute. I love the way, I mean, it looks really kind of crazy right there, but when you pull the stencil off, it's perfect. The bees are dark enough to where you can still see them through the ink, and I love the way that that turned out. So then I take black soot with my inker and push that through where the flowers in the bottom right corner are, and then there's the hexagons everywhere else. And so I'm just going to push that through, and then I turn it around where I know that picture line of the hexagons and stuff is going to cut that space in the middle. So I wasn't worried about like right there in the middle where you can see that tape. So I'm going to cover that up a little bit and put down that strip of the hexagons. So I like the way this looks. However, I needed the picture to stand out a little, so I'm going to mat that on some black cardstock. And I just cut a thin border around so it kind of stands out. I'm looking back, I kind of think I should have done the same with the others. But then again, I really want the picture to be like the boom, here you are, because that's the point of the scrapbook layout is the picture. So I kind of like the fact that it is by itself, and, you know, it brings more attention to it because of that dark border. Because I've kind of went back and forth. I could have inked around with the black soot and had it stand out a little, but not as much as the black paper, but I didn't, and it's okay. I could take a pen and trace around it if I wanted to. But I do like the way that it ends up. And I pull out my ephemera bits that I had gone through. I thought I'd use more, but really with all of the designs that are in the ink, like the flowers in that bottom right corner and the bumblebee in the top left, I just really didn't want a whole lot more on here. So I add this tag that's going to be my title, Be the Reason Someone Smiles Today. And I tuck this little journaling note with the bumblebee on it underneath that, because I just need a little space. These girls, these ladies, are like the cornerstone of my sanity. They are... it's hard to explain how important they are to me, but they have been there through a lot of crazy in the depending on which one you're talking about. One of them I've known for 27 years. The other ones I've known pretty much for the last 8 years, and they have definitely, been there for me. And one of them is missing. She was unable to be there with us that night, but they have definitely been like my solid stone. But anyway, so I bought them all shirts. They're all funny shirts that are super fitting of our personalities. And so we all wore them that night and took this picture. So that's why I wanted to use the little quote that said, "Be the reason someone smiles today." But at the bottom, I wanted to use that, "Just be you." And then I put this one over here to the right side, says, "Be awesome," because they are. And that's really it. I tucked a couple flowers in there, so there's green in 3 different places so that it wasn't just in that one place up on the top. And that is it. It took me about a half an hour to create this layout, and I love how it ended up. I am looking forward so much to the next 30 days of sketches. There are so many fun sketches that Christy has gotten together for us, and different people creating them every day. So I am looking forward to that. I hope you all will come back and hang out with me. I will be documenting 80s versus 90s theme night and school. I'll be documenting birthdays, some retreat pictures from my scrapbooking retreat. I've got stuff, just all sorts of different things. So I'm super excited, and some football pictures. I will be documenting some football because I just got back from a football game. So I hope you all will come with me and have fun with me, and maybe we can learn and grow together. And I hope you all have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.